watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, September 28th. In our top story today, Matthew Mannix, the man involved in the Caesars Palace hostage situation back in July, is now officially sentenced. RJ Camacho has this updated story.
Matthew Mannix, the man who pled guilty in the case regarding him holding a woman hostage in a Caesars Palace hotel room, has received his sentence. The situation began when LVMPD officers got a report of a domestic disturbance at 9:15 a.m. During this time, Matthew Mannix was reported to have a woman hostage in a barricaded room and stated to officers that he was armed. He also reportedly threw items out of the hotel room window and refused to surrender for several hours. The thrown items caused the pool deck below to be evacuated due to glass, debris, and furniture having been thrown out of said window. All of this occurred on Tuesday, July 11th, earlier this year. Now, Mannix has been served a sentencing by the judge ruling over the case and has been sentenced to serve 19 months to 4 years in Nevada State Prison, as well as being required to complete a substance abuse program while serving his time. The substance abuse program requirement comes as no surprise, as Mannix told police in an arrest report that he and the woman lived a transient lifestyle, referring to drugs. In the arrest report, it was also stated that they were both clearly under the influence of narcotics and experiencing drug-induced paranoia. Mannix had initially been charged with kidnapping, but due to a plea agreement he took just last month, that charge has been dropped. However, he will still carry the charges of malicious destruction of property and reckless endangerment. However, these charges are those that he carries within the state of Nevada, as Mannix happens to be facing charges out of Colorado as well for dangerous weapon possession by a previous offender, violation of parole, and theft. It's been reported that any sentencing Mannix receives will be concurrent with any time he serves within Colorado.
In other area news, Clark County Police are dispatched to Rancho High School in Las Vegas as a firearm is found in a bush on campus. Rory Rossell gives us the details.
Earlier today, on September 28th, at the Rancho High School campus in Las Vegas, a firearm was found and located in the bushes on the edge of the campus. According to officials, a staff member found the firearm and administrators immediately contacted the Clark County School District Police. The school's principal, Darren Delgado, says that there were no alleged threats to the students or the school. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is still investigating this matter. If anyone has any information, you can call the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department at 702-828-3111, or you can use the Safe Voice program at 833-216-SAFE or online at safevoicenv.org.
Congressional hearings begin regarding Hawaii Electric's relation to the cause of the wildfires in Maui.
On September 28th, the congressional hearing began about the role utility company Hawaiian Electric and its electric grid played in the spread of the wildfire in Maui last month. Members of the U.S. House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee questioned officials of the utility company about how the fire began and whether their electrical grid was properly maintained. The fire has been reported to first start at 6:30 a.m. on August 8th, when strong winds from a passing hurricane caused a Hawaiian Electric power line to fall and ignite the dry brush and grass around it. Shili Kimura, the CEO for Hawaiian Electric, were among those who testified and was questioned about if the electrical grid was safe and properly maintained. According to reports, Kimura stated that 2,000 of the company's wooden power poles had not been tested or treated for possible termites, rot, or other problems since 2013. However, the other 29,000 poles on the island had been assessed. While Kimura stated that she didn't know where those untested poles were located or if they were where the fire was in Lahaina, she does know that at least one pole near the fire was tested and treated in 2022 of last year. Both Kimura and Hawaii Public Utilities Commission Chair Leodolof Asuncion Jr. addressed the possibility of burying power lines in order to reduce the risk of wildfires, especially during high wind conditions. Now, 50% of the power lines in Hawaii are underground, according to Kimura. However, according to Asuncion, burying power lines can be cost prohibitive and can have an impact on ratepayers. Kimura also addressed the challenge of providing electricity on an isolated island chain via a written testimony, which was provided before the hearing. Hawaiian Electric serves approximately 70,000 customers on Maui and nearly 500,000 customers statewide, which include the Department of Defense. And while Kimura has acknowledged the Hawaiian Electric's downed lines caused the initial fire, she also wrote that the fire department's failure to extinguish the fire, despite reporting it extinguished, caused the fire to flare up in the same area again. In a quote from Kimura, she wrote, "The cause of this afternoon fire that devastated Lahaina has not been determined. We are working tirelessly to figure out what happened, and we are cooperating fully with federal and state investigators. Whether or not the power lines were de-energized, meaning that electricity was not flowing through them, is still in question as well, due to reports from a resident stating that the power came back around 2 p.m., which would have been an hour before the 3 p.m. blaze that Kimura refers to as the afternoon fire, as well as a report from Maui Police Chief John Pelletier stating that officers had to try to keep people from driving over live power lines during that afternoon as residents fled the fire via vehicle.
Turning back now to more local news, Bill Perna from Valley Electric Association is telling us about how we can get involved for resources for payment assistance on electrical bills.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
We are here to talk about resources for people that are having a problem paying their power bill or have extra expenses throughout the month. There are different resources that we have for payment assistance. So Nye County Coalition is one of the locations that you can contact, and we work with them on a regular basis to help make payment arrangements and make payments. Also, Nevada Outreach and Training Center is another good location. They can also help you with assistance on other things besides power and broadband. Also with rent payments or water payments or so forth like that. They're a good resource to help you get through a tough situation. We also work with Nye County Health and Human Services. Nye County Health and Human Services can also help you out with the Nevada Energy Assistance Program, which will help you out with up to a year's worth of power, and that's on a income level. We can also have other resources, especially for broadband, the Affordable Connectivity Program, which will get you a $30 payment every month for towards your broadband services, and people that can apply for that. If anybody that's on receiving SSI, or if you have children in school and you're receiving subsidized school lunches, which is almost everybody in Nye County, you can get on that program. And that, again, is a $30 program per month against your broadband bill. So if you're paying $54.95 for broadband, you're going to get $30 off on that.
New proposed gun safety discussions as we approach the 6th anniversary of 1 October. That and more when News 25 returns.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome to News 25. Well, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are still searching for wanted suspect Chad Utter for the charge of child abuse and a prohibited person in possession of a firearm. Any information on Utter's whereabouts should be reported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. Turning now to national news, Senator Jackie Rosen speaks to Congress recently, urging them to further crack down on gun safety, especially in light of our 1 October anniversary.
U.S. Senator Jackie Rosen, during a Senate meeting, spoke about the tragic October 1 shooting in Vegas, honoring the victims and survivors, as well as expressing gratitude towards heroic first responders. As she spoke on the subject, she urged Congress to take further action to prevent gun violence.
But in this dark moment, we saw our community go above and beyond to help others. Las Vegas, actually our entire state, we rallied together, not just in the immediate aftermath, but in the days, weeks, months, and even years after. In the chaos and confusion of that night, our heroic first responders, police officers, firefighters, paramedics, they ran into the scene to help. And their efforts that night saved lives. And in the following days, we saw lines of people around entire blocks willing to donate blood, wanting to donate blood. No community should ever have to experience the same pain and suffering that we went through in Las Vegas. So we can take common sense bipartisan steps like permanently banning bump stocks and high-capacity magazines. These things allowed the shooter to fire so many rounds and cause so much carnage. And doing nothing, it is not an option. We owe it to those who have experienced the pain of gun violence to do more. And we owe it to future generations to do more. And at the end of the day, what this really is about, it's about keeping people and communities safe. It's about people and communities keeping them safe, keeping us safe. And we must keep working to prevent these tragedies.
And the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club will be holding its annual extravaganza next month. So we're speaking to Rotary President Jeffrey Dye to tell us more.
Today we are looking forward to sharing our cash extravaganza with the city of Pahrump. We are raising our money for our fundraising this year to support all of our great projects here in the community. Our fundraiser will be on Saturday, October 22nd from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Pahrump Valley Nugget. We are doing a $10,000 cash giveaway. Each one of the tickets costs $75. We're only selling 400 tickets total. So you've got a 1 in 400 chance to win $10,000. If you're not able to attend the event, that's okay. You can still win the money, but if you are able to join us for the party, it is a Halloween style event, so we are encouraging costumes. We will have door prizes, a silent auction, and a 50-50. If you'd like to get a ticket for the $10,000 drawing, please reach out to any Rotarian. You can do that through our Facebook page, Pahrump Valley Rotary Club, or you can reach out to 775-764-0681.
In more local news, Nancy Gwynn from Tales of Nye County gives commissioners an update on the Spay and Neuter program.
Today's Rescue a Pet segment is brought to you by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Good morning, Commissioners. I want to thank you again so much to the grant that you gave Tales of Nye County. This has enabled us to continue with our spay and neuter mission. As of our last report, we have spayed or neutered 886 cats and 116 dogs. So we're really pushing it. And your money has allowed us to do that. It takes a tremendous amount of money. We have so far spent $51,090.91 out of the $87,000. Our balance left is $35,909.09. We'll probably finish that by the end of the year or January. So if you know of any more grants coming up, we're here, and we can always use the money. We're very busy right now. Last week, we had 3 cat clinics. We went to Vegas 3 days with cats, and 1 dog clinic. I don't have the exact numbers, but that's probably 45 to 55 animals in 1 week. That's about all I have, except we're having a huge yard sale to support our spay and neuter group, Tales of Nye County. It's October 6th through the 8th, 520 East Street, East and Wilson, behind Wells Fargo. So come and join us and help us raise some money.
All right, all you road warriors out there, time for another weekend road trip with Mikey Ruhan.
Looking to get away this weekend? Just about an hour away from Pahrump, Ash Meadows and Devil's Hole. Devil's Hole is a geologic formation located in a detached unit of Death Valley National Park and surrounded by the Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge in Nye County, Nevada. As part of the Ash Meadows complex, Devil's Hole is habitat for the only naturally occurring population of the endangered Devil's Hole pupfish. The 40 acres unit is part of the Ash Meadows complex, an area of desert uplands that was designated as a National Wildlife Refuge in 1984. Devil's Hole branches into caverns at least 430 feet deep, whose bottom has never been mapped. According to geologists, the caves were formed over 500,000 years ago. The pool has frequently experienced activity due to faraway earthquakes in Japan, Indonesia, Mexico, Chile, which have been likened to extremely small-scale tsunamis.
All right, don't grab that remote. We have your health news and much, much more when News 25 returns after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. In today's health news, if you're feeling stuffy and congested right now, you are not alone. That's because fall allergy season is in full swing. And while we all enjoy taking in the fall colors, those leaves this time of year can actually make your symptoms worse.
One of the big things we talk about are leaves falling, and then there are molds that attach to the leaves, and those mold allergens get blown around.
Along with molds, weeds are another big trigger for fall allergy symptoms. To find some relief, allergist Dr. Devon Preston with Cleveland Clinic says nasal steroids or nasal antihistamines can help with symptoms like congestion, sneezing, or runny nose. An oral antihistamine can address any itching. Dr. Preston also suggests keeping your car and house windows shut to avoid letting any outside allergens in. But if your symptoms do not get any better, it may be time to check in with an allergist.
You need to see an allergist, 1, if you want to know exactly what you're allergic to. 2, if you've tried all of those interventions and you're still not getting any improvement, it may not be allergies, or we may have to, go to the next level of treatment.
Dr. Preston also says that fall allergy season typically peaks in either September or October and can last until the first frost or hard freeze in that area.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside at Blue Diamond area through our live Learner and Row weather cam, and look at that beautiful greenery and the fall background. No clouds in the sky, but we'll take a closer look at those temperatures falling after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network and to your mobile device courtesy of the local BTV app, the app that says, I'm okay, you're okay, and yet still, I'm okay. Look at Fernley, 77 degrees, 78 out there in Fallon, and Carson City just inching up another degree, 79 degrees. Tonopah bringing it up nicely with the Cool Spot Award winner at 76. Congratulations, perennial favorite Tonopah. Goldfield hit 78. 86 out there in Beatty. It's 93 in both Amargosa and Las Vegas. Cute little weather twins. But on the Hot Spot Award winner, it goes to Vegas with a low tonight of 64 degrees. Nice weather. Enjoy that outside. 101 degrees in Death Valley. Doesn't seem too brutal. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature. 89 degrees. Hey, not too brutal either. Yeah, here either. 91 just a little bit earlier. Nice high today. It was actually a beautiful day. Winds out of the south just to 9 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning in all its glory, hope, and promise at 6:36. Setting this evening just a couple minutes later, earlier, 6:32. Yeah, look at that, 12 hours, 4 minutes of darkness to celebrate, all the way down to our low tonight of 61 degrees. Not too bad. Winds kindly out of the east and southeast, just 7 miles per hour, but that could be changing tomorrow as we see some sunny skies. But look at that, 17 mile per hour winds, and it's blowing in some clouds over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, looks like the winds calmed down a little bit on Sunday. But temperatures kind of dropping out of the sky from 89 degrees all the way down to 69 degrees. That's 20 degrees. That's a lot in a couple days. We start rebuilding on Monday with sunshiny skies, winds kindly under 10 miles per hour, temperatures rocketing up to 86 degrees. We might have one last gasp, but a really nice weekend next weekend. But this weekend, not too bad either. Yeah, put on a bowl of chili. Enjoy some of that schmutzy weather. All right, back to the desk. Here's Unette.
Thanks so much, John. Dropping down to the low 50s, we'll take it. That's appropriate for this time of fall. All right, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.